anything that gives milk.
No, not that
Hey,
one.
come back.
Let the blood rain from the sky!
Ugh, no, definitely not. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Chris Pine leads a ragtag group of adventurers, including Michelle Rodriguez and Bridgerton alumni Regé-Jean Page, in a classic Dungeons and Dragons adventure that easily exceeds a dice roll for dexterity.
Oh, we got him now.
And sports a +5 buff to charisma, provided by Hugh Grant.
I don't want to see you die, which is why I'm going to leave the room.
Even when he's being a grump on the red carpet.
What are you wearing tonight, then?
Just my suit.
Nonetheless, as I sat down to talk to the cast, things did get a little steamy. I don't want to start on a weird note, but I am so uninitiated that I thought D&D for many years was some kind of weird sex cult. So,
Well, Hugh can talk to you about that.
okay.
Yeah, he's
Can
got
you talk to me
dungeon
about
stories.
That's the version I know.
that? Same. So this is what I
We
said.
have something in common, Kate. Are you staying here?
The inspiration, honestly, Xena Warrior Princess. Oh my God! I just loved it. I could watch you kicking ass all day long.
Awesome.
Was she-
I did add, I have to say, did you notice anything
This
in
bit?
the armpit? A little bit? You did, right? Did you notice that?
did notice
Yes,
it.
good, all right.
There's going to be a lot of Xena fans very happy about that. It's not easy to please fans of something like this and the uninitiated. Well, what was the key to it, do you reckon?
Saw Jonathan and John, genius right there.
Yeah, just pulled it.
They had a real affection for the game.
You can
It wasn't
tell,
just
eh?
they, thought, oh, we better keep the regular D&Ders happy. They love it. And that always comes through in a film. People write about things and make films about things they love. I have noticed it always works.
The bridge is protected by an ancient trap. We must not trigger the mechanism.
I may have triggered the mechanism.
But the best compliment we've gotten, for me, is that the film distills what it's like to play the game.
You come up with the wildest thought that you can think of, the most magical thing that you could do in the situation. Occasionally you try to be heroic, but that's kind of no fun usually. And then you pass that off to the person sitting next to you. And that person sitting next to you is Chris Pine, and he's witty and quick and sharp and knows movies. And the idea just gets wilder. He passes it to Michelle Rodriguez. It gets chaotic. You pass it to Hugh Grant. It's very, very charming. And before you know it, the whole thing's out of control.
And that, to me, is whether you know this world or not, the fun of it is that it's joyful. And that's like all you need to know is that it's a lot of fun.
No one knows what a Dungeons & Dragons movie is gonna be. And then by the time I'd finished reading it, I'd just been laughing for most of it, you know? It had heart, it had humor, it was like an old-fashioned adventure movie.
I think a lot of films in these, in this genre can be too cool for school or a little snarky, and this is like populist 80s Princess Bride, Goonies filmmaking that I grew up with and that I loved.
Oh, yeah.
God, I love watching you work. I love it so much.
Give me the grumpy Hugh Grant. Give him to me. But I mean,
Charmed them.
everybody was talking for this was 5 days after the Oscars interview, and it was headline stuff that he had been like this horrible, mean man to the American sweetheart, which was Ashley Graham, who did the red carpet interview. And the little snippet we showed you, it was a much longer, slightly more awkward, certainly. And he was a little bit mean. He was arsey.
Yeah.
And she sort of did her best. It was, for me, quite a clash of cultures, though. You know, the gushy American red carpet reporter and Hugh, who was just like, he was not interested.
I loved him not playing the Academy game.
He wasn't interested, and we thought he would pull out of the junket and not give interviews.
But then he sort of showed up and was all shiny and happy and trying to take you home with him.
I would still want to know what D&D is and the other meaning.
Oh, well, we'll chat later.
Dungeons and Dragons, a few screenings around at the moment, but out officially next week.
A few sneaks, and it's good. It really is fun, and I don't say that lightly.
I don't really know what it's about even after watching the interview, but I'm definitely
You're
gonna see
welcome.
it.